My pull-out game is weak, okay? Hello, my party people, and this is the video you guys have all been waiting for. My seafood Sunday, even though it's not Sunday, mukbang. It's Saturday, still with the S, whatever. I know I hyped y'all up saying that I was gonna bring this mukbang sooner, but you know, shit happens. But here we are. This is just a little get to know me mukbang. Just a short little about me, you know, where I started from, how I got here now in LA. But before I get into the succulents, crab legs and potatoes and lobster tails, please like, subscribe, save all of your comments for, you know, the end of the video, because I know you're gonna have a ton of things to say. Wait for the end of the video, but definitely like and subscribe, and let's get into this mukbang. This is the food. Last time I got too much of myself and not enough of the actual food. So this time I have more of what you guys are really wanting to see, even though, you know, your girl. I did that today. I did that. For those of you who might be asking about my hair or makeup, I am doing a hair review on this. It should be posted after this video, or maybe even before. I don't know yet. You know, it's the quarantine. Who knows? But let me get started with something here. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna get started with some lobster. Oh, it's so hot. Maybe I should show y'all. I wish I could see the smoke coming off of this thing. I would say that's what he said, but that would be very, very inappropriate. Oh, it is just like falling out. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is perfect. I fucked up because I need something to. So, about me. Well, my name is Nikki B. I hail from the south side of Chicago. You know, Southside Pride, Wild Hundreds, Go White Sox. I just almost died. I am born and raised on, well, let me not say I'm born and raised on the south side, because I was technically born on the west side in Maywood, but don't tell nobody. It's still south side all day. Then we moved to the south side. I went to school on the south side, went to college on the south side, went to Columbia, graduated, and you know, all throughout my life, I'm like, I've always liked to do acting. If you don't know this, now you know. That's the reason why I came to LA in the first place. More very good lobster tail. So, I'm like, you know, I need to go where I'm going to get the best opportunities possible. So after I graduated college, I've been thinking about moving to LA since maybe high school. And definitely after college, after I got to, you know, do some more research and really figure out what I really want to do, I knew LA was going to be the move. So it took me about 2-3 years to finally move out here. And it was not easy. Oh, with some potato for y'all. Oh, Lord. It wasn't easy. I definitely had quite a few obstacles to get, you know, before I got to where I am today. Y'all. I like had money obstacles, like school obstacles, because at that time I went back to school for environmental science. A lot of people don't know that about me. You know, climate change and all that other shit. But yeah, I went back to school for that. And so with that, I was working like 2-3 jobs at the same time. It was just a lot to get here, honestly, truly. And for those of you who know, you know, if you move to somewhere different, you know, if you're trying to make a big jump forward, you know, as you move on into this adult life, life gonna hit you with some real shit. And that it did me. So I can't even. That was just so fire. Yes, I bite my crab open because who got time for all the other shit? Who, it is hot too. It is definitely hot. Oh, I got a little piece out for y'all. I'm gonna dunk it real quick. That's what I'm talking about. So, like I said, I've had a lot of obstacles before I got to LA after I graduated college. And again, I went back to school for environmental science. And so doing all of this, I'm like, it definitely felt like, man, is this really for me? Is this what I'm supposed to be doing with my life? You know, quarter life crisis and whatnot. But everything came together. I found a wonderful roommate who, incidentally, is also a very great friend of mine. She was graduating from Columbia. Like, at that time, I think I graduated like 2 years like before she did. So she was graduating, and she's into the film industry as well. So it really made sense. Like, our parents loved each other, and she was going to finish her last semester out in LA. And so it really just came together. And I felt like that was God looking out for a real nigga. Like, I don't even know what else to say. Facts are facts. So I get out to LA. You know, I had a great amount of support from family and friends. My mom, who, you know, was always skeptical. My mom, who always believed in me and supported me in whatever I did, whether, you know, she was apprehensive or not, because she has a really good job. She works in the law field. And so she's like, oh, you want to act? Okay. You know, I support you because I love you and you're my daughter. And she did that. And I had great friends, all of that, who helped me, you know, feel more comfortable and as to you know what I'm finna do. Like, I'm about to move 2,000 miles to pursue my dreams. And at that point in time, it was a perfect opportunity for me because I had saved up a bit of money. I did not have kids. I still don't have kids. You know, I had nothing to tie me down, essentially. So I was researching jobs before I moved. My roommate was researching apartments for us. And everything started to flow together. And then next thing you know, June of 2018, I made my move. I drove from Chicago to LA. Me and my best friend Karen, shout out to my girl, my 10-year dog. We drove my little hootie from Chicago at like 6 in the morning, like June 1st. And we got to LA Saturday, June 2nd, at like 6:30 in the evening. And if you don't know long distance, like, we pushed that motherfucker. Like, we pushed it. So it was a great experience to have, you know, especially with my best friend. And it was new. I don't do long distance trips. It was like Nikki's big adventure. So we did that. And when I got here, I was like, okay, I'm here. I know y'all like, oh, she eats all messy and blah, blah, blah. I don't care. I don't care. You don't watch me so I can eat cute. You watch me because I'm real. And that's on period, poo. I'm gonna have to crack that later. That's just too big. I'm not working with a whole lot right now. So I was having job interviews. I had a job interview the Monday that I got here. I didn't even fully finish setting up my room, anything like that. Karen was still here. So Monday, I took that hour and 45-minute drive at like 7 in the morning. I live in the Valley. My job interview was in Beverly Hills. So I was pushing it in that LA traffic. And I had interview after interview and, you know, trying to get myself settled moving here. Again, I had money saved up, so I wasn't really worried about bills because also I had a great support system who would not leave me hanging at all. So as I tried to find a job here, it was a little bit discouraging. I'm not finna front of y'all. Like, you know, you feel like you're doing everything right. You're trying to get your ducks lined up and nothing seems to hit. I was discouraged. But me, being the real G that I am, I persevered. You know, I prayed on it. Again, I talked to my mom, talked to my friends, talked to my boyfriend, like all that. Like, you know, that's what I was doing at that time. And they helped me get through it. And so, you know, next thing I know, maybe about a month or two later, I was at a part-time job at a spa, and it was really nice. I actually loved that job because it wasn't, you know, it didn't ask too much of me, and it paid my bills, some of my bills at the time. So I was like, oh, I'm good. But I knew I needed something serious because before you go and, you know, pursue your dreams and whatnot, you need to have a stable foundation under you, which means I needed a stable job to pay these LA ass bills. And that shit was not cheap. So I bust my move again. I you know, wanted to find something that paid a good amount, but nothing like, you know, asked too much of me, because I also wanted to continue doing acting. But I just knew, you know, bills needed to be paid. So I was on the hunt. I found a job at the job I work at now, and it's at a law office, coincidentally. And I actually like it there. I work for a small personal injury firm. And I've learned a lot, especially because I am not coming from a law background. Like, the only law experience I had was working as a security guard. And that's it. Like, don't expect me to stop nobody. None of that. So that's as far as my law experience went. So I, you know, kind of had to hit the ground running at the time. I was like, okay, since I got this, it can only go up. So I'm like, I waited. I keep fucking up peeling off this lobster tail. I really wish I was pulling it off prettier for you guys, but I can't. I am lobster tailed pulling out challenged. My pull out game is weak, okay? So I worked there. I was, you know, on the ground making sure I saved up money because I was fully supporting my own self. Because, you know, I'm a big girl. Grown people do grown shit, as in pay their own rent. And so I was doing that. I'm gonna have to eat this. It's just so ugly. I may have eaten this ugly, but it sure tastes good. I'm gonna wipe my hands. I know y'all tired of hearing me. So, did that, and I was like, okay. After working there maybe about 6 months, I'm like, okay, now it's time for me to get back on to why I moved here in the first place, to LA. And so I started to research the type of like talent agencies I want to represent me, research the modeling agencies that I want to represent me. It's a perfect time just for me to eat. I also I also researched, you know, in my pursuit of being a professional actress, theater companies, because I started off doing theater in college, my first college. And then when I went to Columbia, I, you know, quickly realized that theater, even though I like theater, like that is tough, okay? I thought film was best for me. So trying to find different like production companies, just any way for me to get my foot in the door. And so I'm grinding. I signed up for like sites like Backstage and Casting Frontier, things like that. And this is not coming out perfect. It's not. Ugh. Tons of different websites to, you know, make sure I'm going through like legit companies, because the last thing you want to do out here in LA is get scammed. Like, yeah. So I'm doing my research, making sure the lemon drizzled on top is just chef's kiss, baby. Sorry. My favorite thing about this is the potatoes. Potatoes are top 2 and they are not 2. Don't debate me. Argue with your mama. What was I saying? Yeah, so I was researching, like I was saying. And I started to submit myself to casting calls, you know, just whatever I was able to find that seemed legit, you know, asked around. Again, my roommate is in the industry as well, so she helps keep me informed about things. And so I did that. And auditioning out here versus like, you know how they do like mock auditions or mock interviews, things like that. That shit is nothing like the real thing, I feel like. Because it was just so many people. Like, I don't know what I thought to expect, but I didn't expect what I got. So with that being said, it was like not intimidating, but intimidating. I've been waiting on this moment. I truly have. So doing the whole audition things, it gave me good experience, knowing what to do the next time. How can I improve myself? Because I'm trying to be at the top of my game. This is a competitive industry, and you know I need to dot my I's and cross my T's. Y'all, I know y'all are so grossed out. I know it's people who not gonna like this, but if you just search on how many ASMR, mukbang, and people view that shit. This has honestly been the best thing I put in my mouth all year. I kind of want to eat it with a piece of potato. Oh. So, what I'm finna do for y'all, bam. Oh, it's gonna drip. Okay. I got a potato crab leg bite. Oh. I just gotta sit here. After doing a couple of auditions, myself, getting a feel of it, like I said, gathering that experience, I wish y'all can just see the true beauty in this crab leg. So after being on the grind, doing my thing, I am stable in my job. Like I said, I've been doing some auditions. I land myself my first internet commercial. Baby, it was right before Thanksgiving last year, and it was for Aviation Gin by Ryan Reynolds. And it was the best experience of my life. I had to drive to Compton or Irvine. It was far. I had to, especially with this LA traffic, it was far. But it was such a great experience. And it was like, it was kind of star striking, I guess, in a sense. Because when you like talent on set on a professional gig, like you really talent on set. It's get talent some water. I need talent to makeup. Is talent all right? Talent this, talent that. And you know me, I don't be know how to act. So I'm just like, is that me? Moi? Yes, baby. So it was a great experience. If I can find the link to it, to the internet commercial, I will let you guys, you know, see it, of course. I would like you to see my debut internet commercial. But yeah, and then after I got my first commercial, coincidentally the next day I had an interview for a talent agency. And at first I really didn't expect much because I'm like, y'all finna see a lot of people. And even though I got skills, because trust, I do have skills, I'm trying to be realistic about this whole thing. You know, I don't want to go in there and be one of those like selfishly pompous people like, oh, I'm finna get this and this, that, and the other. Because, you know, life is very humbling. So maybe a week prior, after doing my internet commercial and the interview in the same week, I got a call back. And they're like, yes, you know, we like you and we want to represent you. So now your girl got representation, baby. And I just felt so proud of myself. Like, you know, it's not too much. You know, I ain't in no movie or nothing. But for me to only be here at that time for only a year, maybe a year and a half, and to land representation, to land my first professional, you know, gig, I was very proud of myself. And I feel like you need to be in this world. You know, life is already hard enough on you. You don't need to be hard on yourself. Fast forwarding a couple of months later to now, we in quarantine. The Rona is here. We trying to hustle and survive like never before because people are being laid off. I'm fortunate enough to be able to work from home. And I'm trying to do everything I can that I can possibly bring a little distraction to other people's lives as well as my own life in this time of, you know, low-key, these are scary times, you know. People is dying out here. So that's why I started to do this whole YouTube thing. Number one, because look at it. Look at it. Number one, because multiple streams of income. I missed the YouTube train my first go around back in like my senior year of high school. It was just cute to look at, but I didn't take it serious. Now, own it. So I'm trying to give you guys quality here. I'm trying to, you know, give you guys production, topics, all that jazz. So from here on out, try to expect more videos. I appreciate you guys sticking in with me during this very long-winded mukbang. I hope I ate enough for you guys. I'm going to spend like an extra 5 minutes just eating so I can get these shots. I appreciate you guys again. Stay safe in this quarantine. You know, try to find the resources that you need in order to stay sane. I appreciate you guys for watching me, because even in this quarantine, you ain't have to. But once again, I'm on your screen talking my shit. And I enjoy y'all. So thank you again for coming back and enjoying this food for me. I hope you went out and got you a bag of seafood and went back home, because social distancing is key. Get you a takeout. Come back. Enjoy this with me. Watch this 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more times if you have to. Hopefully I can do this again. I don't know how soon, because lobster tails are not cheap. And even though I'm working from home, this is a pandemic out here, and I'm trying to be frugal. So, you know, hopefully I'll come to you guys with more challenges maybe. I've seen a couple of food challenges. Some of them been a little crazy, some of them not too much. So I might do some milder food challenges, because y'all not finna have me out here looking crazier than I already look. And I hope you guys enjoy. Good night. How many of these? I guess like 2. My hella good. My face is beat. This food good as hell. Things were accomplished today. Things were fucking accomplished.